there's quite a bit of charms in Hollow Knight. And Hollow Knight is one of my favorite games. So, I'm going to be ranking all of the charms, and I'll give you my reasons why. So, we got some tiers here. We got S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, D tier, F tier, you know, the normal tier list stuff. And then we have a special tier at the bottom, Primal Aspid Bad. And if you played Hollow Knight, you know exactly what I mean by Primal Aspid Bad. Yeah, so, we're going to start with Unbreakable Strength. This charm doubles. No, it doesn't double it, sorry. It increases your nail damage by 50%, which is an insane buff. So that goes straight to S tier, because that is probably, it's one of the best in the game. Balder Shell. Balder Shell can prevent you from getting hit while you're healing. So, because it doesn't have many use cases in, like, boss fights, other than when you're being super cautious in the early game, I guess it has some potential. I'll put it in B tier. So, Carefree Melody, which is this one. Carefree Melody can block you from a random hit, which I think the odds are pretty good, but 3 notches is quite a bit, so I'm going to put it in C tier. The Sans Charm. Dash Master. Dash Master, I'm going to put in, because it allows you to dash downward, which is helpful for, like, traversal. I don't know where to put this. I'm going to put it C tier, because I feel like it doesn't have any use cases. Many. It definitely has some. Deep Focus. So Deep Focus allows you to get... I've actually never used Deep Focus before. I think it lets you get more health for a bigger heal time. So I'm going to put it in C tier as well, because I feel like it's still... The whole thing is, it's not about, like, when it comes to healing, it's not about how much soul you have, or how many damage you can heal in a certain amount of time. It's how much time you're going to get. During staggers, you only have so much time to heal, and if you decide to go for the Deep Focus, you might not have enough time to get that heal in. I know that Pure Vessel's staggers insanely short, jeez. Pure Vessel's staggers are short, so you might not be able to get that Deep Focus heal in. Defender's Crest. Defender's Crest is pretty good for it's one of the best one-notch charms, so it's making me want to put it pretty high. But then again, the use cases are pretty low. However, Fluke Nest is a pretty good charm, which is this one right here. And it combos with it to send an explosive giant fluke. So just for that alone, I think that's an A tier charm. Dream Shield. Boy, do I have a lot to say about Dream Shield. It's absolutely garbage. It doesn't have much to use with. I feel like it can only really be used if you get super lucky. So that's definitely an F tier charm. It's not Primal Aspid bad, but it's still pretty bad. Oh, Dream Wielder. This one gives you double the amount of soul that you would normally get from a Dream Nail hit. And the reason why I love this charm so much is because you get to get more for less time, which means even if you hit a boss with the Dream Nail and then get hit, you can get 2 heals worth of soul back. So you can heal that back and 1 more mask. Or at the very least, hit him with a Vengeful Spirit or a spell or something and then heal that mask back. Super good. That's an A tier charm. And we're going to do Fluke Nest now. This one was extremely broken back when the game first came out, but I think it's gotten enough patches now that it's not as good. It turns your Vengeful Spirit into Fluke Full Spirit, so we're going to put that one in B tier, because it doesn't really have... It just adds damage to adds damage and gets rid of range to your Vengeful Spirit. Alright, now the Fragile charms. Fragile Greed is a charm that I'm not very familiar with because I haven't used it that much. Because I was too scared in the early game to start buying Fragile charms because I thought I would die and lose it. So, with Fragile Greed, from a geo-hunting standpoint, very, very good. But from a boss fight, an exploration, and most other stuff, not going to be that helpful. I think, and the fragile part does bring it down a little bit, which puts me in D. Fragile Heart. You see, the thing about this one is it gives you more health. But it's kind of a risk, because if you put it on, it gives you more health, but if you die, you lose it. And the reason why I'm going to rank this so much higher is because it has a lot of use in Godhome and Pantheons. The reason why is because they give you 2 extra health for Pantheons. This is what I used in Pantheon 5 to beat it, so I think that's a pretty dang good charm. But because of exploration and stuff, I'm still going to put it in B. Fragile Strength. On my main save, on all of the time I played Hollow Knight, I have never upgraded to Unbreakable Strength. And I've been using this. And the fact that I haven't ever broken this charm just shows how good it is. Because I die a lot. So that goes straight up to S tier with Unbreakable Strength. Because it's just so good. And you know what? I guess we're going to put it in A tier just because it can break if you are using it for exploration and stuff. But still, really, really good charm. Next we got Fury of the Fallen. Fury of the Fallen can give you some extra damage on your last heart, which is insanely good for those videos that people do and they just tear up Pantheon 5 in like 16 minutes or whatever. So we're going to put that in B tier just because, like, if you're down on 1 health, I don't really know if it's worth it to just go crazy. So, Alright, Gathering Swarm. This charm is good. It really helps because of that one singular boulder Geo Rock in Ancient Basin. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. So we're going to put this one in A. Because it's just not as good as this one. Glowing Womb. This one looks like a Primal Aspid. Well, just an Aspid. Which makes me want to put it here. It also has a 2-notch charm thing for something that literally takes your soul away. It doesn't really help that much. F tier. Grimchild. Now this one is a popular choice for people who don't like to attack the Absolute Radiance at the end of Pantheon 5. So I think because I'm going to rank this based on what it's like fully upgraded. And I think that's a C tier. It's good for exploration and stuff, but his aim is horrible. His aim is horrible. We're going to have Grubberfly's Elegy next. Insanely hard to get, because you have to get, like, 42 fleas. Please, jeez, I've been playing too much Silksong. Grubs. And it turns your nail into a gun, so we're going to put that in B tier. No, sorry. You can only use this on full health, which knocks it down to D. It's not useful. I don't think I can think of one use case for it. That's F. I'm sorry to all those Grubberfly's Elegy users out there. And then Grub Song. This one gives you soul back when you get hit. And I cannot tell you how good that is in Path of Pain when you're stuck on a certain part. And I know I'm bringing up all these extreme challenges that are not for casual players. But you know what? This can be good on when you're exploring too. You can get an extra heal in if you accidentally drop into acid and fungal waste or something. So that's an A tier charm. Alright. Heavy Blow. I have a lot to say about this one. Number 1, completely useless. Number 2, why do you need knockback? Isn't the whole point to kill the enemies? Number 3. Maybe I didn't have that much to say about it. Those were the main points. We're going to put this in Primal Aspid Bad. That's horrible. Horrible charm. Alright, next is Hive Blood. It lets you regenerate masks over time. This one's super good for parkour challenges. You can just wait out and get infinite lives, basically. But like everything else, like boss fights, if you're good at dodging, I guess it can be helpful. But parkour really helps, so I'm going to put that in B tier. Oh boy. Not Joni's Blessing. Joni's Blessing is a charm that turns all your lives to lifeblood. Which is good, I guess, from a, like, well, I can't heal in this fight, might as well get some more masks from it. So it turns all your masks into lifeblood, but gives you a ton of extra masks. Like 2. But, so that means it's Primal Aspid Bad, because you're in pretty much every fight in this game, you can get a heal opportunity that's gonna let you heal back more masks that you would have normally on Joni's Blessing. And also, 4 notches! Jeez. Alright, we're not even gonna rank this one. We're just gonna put that right there. And you know why. I don't remember which one's which, but I think this one's... Hold on. Okay, that one's Lifeblood Core after a quick Google search. So, this one gives you 2... Hold on. Alright, after a quick Google search, I have the answer. This one is Lifeblood Core. This one you get in the Abyss. It gives you 4 extra masks. Wait, when you put it on your 9 masks, it's the same as Joni's Blessing, but you can still heal. It's pretty good. So we're gonna put that in C tier. But Lifeblood Heart here. This one is the same as the other one, except for 2 masks. So we're gonna put it in D, because it's pretty much the same thing, but it has less use cases. Long Nail. Oh boy. So, this one is like Temu Mark of Pride, but it doesn't have much of a difference when it comes to it. So it's actually really good for the 2-notch cost. I'm gonna put it in A tier. And then Mark of Pride gives you a ton, I mean a ton of range when it comes to nail swings. Which means I'm going to put it up in B tier just because it doesn't give much more than Long Nail, but for an extra notch. Nail Master's Glory. So this one it's actually pretty hard to get because you have to go through all of the Nail Masters and talk to Sly, who will give you the charm. It basically makes wait time for the Great Slash, Cyclone Slash, and Dash Slash non-existent. Which is pretty good for like No Eyes and Morkoth, so I'm gonna put it in B tier. C tier. So quick focus. This one is a lifesaver. You can get a heal in almost anywhere with this charm. During Nightmare King Grimm's Spike Attack, you can get one in. You can get one in during Radiance's, Absolute Radiance's, Laser Attack. You can get it in anywhere. So that's pretty good in my book. We're gonna put that in A tier. Quick Slash X2. Alright, Quick Slash Squared, apparently. I don't know why there's 2 of these in here, but there is. So, we're gonna take the first one. And, yeah, this charm is insanely good. That's S tier. Your damage output when you're using this thing skyrockets. It's crazy. Alright, looking down the list, we got some good charms coming up. So, we're gonna skip Quick Slash 2 Electric Boogaloo. Common Stone's really good. It can bring up spell damage, it can bring up spell range. Yeah, you're hitting everything with this thing. So we're gonna put that in S tier. Shape-a-Bond. Yeah, if you like to look like a little sludge, then yeah, do this charm. D tier. D tier. Oh no, not this thing. We got Sharp Shadow. This is one of those charms for the people that are too afraid to actually hit the boss. It does 1 nail swing worth of damage when you're going through an enemy with Shade Dash. And it also lengthens the Shade Dash. That has like no use cases unless you're a coward. So we're putting it in F tier. Sorry, not even F tier. It doesn't deserve that. Primal Aspen bad. Alright, Soul Catcher. This one's pretty good for the low cost of 2 notches. It gives you quite a bit more soul than a normal nail swing would. So I think that justifies it for B tier. Okay, Soul Eater gives you an insane amount of it. And I might be a little bit biased on this one because back when I was trying to do Radiant, Absolute Radiance, the Soul Eater was one of the charms I used in my build because of my overcharming ability. So, I'm going to put this one in B tier just because of its 4-notch charm cost. I feel like that doesn't make itself into many builds, but I had notches to kill on my Azerad build, so I'm going to put it there instead of F tier. Then we have Spell Twister, which allows you to get another whole spell in instead of 4, instead of 3, when you have your full soul meter. I think that's pretty good, and it allows you to cast spells with way less soul, which means B tier. A tier. Spore Shroom. 1 notch. Pretty good deal already. But it does damage to enemies around you when you're healing. So we're gonna do C tier for that one. Sprint Master makes you go faster. That's literally it. So we're gonna put that one in D tier because there's not much you can really do with it. Stalwart Shell. Okay, thing about Stalwart Shell is that what it does is gives you more invincibility frames, which is really good for if you're struggling and getting comboed a lot in a certain boss fight. Which gives it a D tier, just because it doesn't really have many other uses than that. Alright, next is Thorns of Agony. Thorns of Agony is, first of all, I'm going to move this aside. Thorns of Agony gives you a little bit of a pop-out effect as soon as you get hit, which is completely useless. Primal Aspid bad. Steady Body. This thing keeps you still when you're hitting with the nail. So when you hit, like, a boss or an enemy, you'll slightly go back. But that won't happen with this. You just stay there. Which can be good and can be bad in certain cases. F tier. Unbreakable Greed. Yeah, this one isn't much better than the other one. It's just not, the greed concept isn't a great idea, but I guess if you're geo hunting, it's better because it's safe, so I'm going to put it in C. Unbreakable Heart, that is S tier. Absolutely insane charm. Wherever you're going, no matter what, you get 2 extra masks. If you have all the mask shards, and you already get a 11 mask lifespan, which is crazy. So we're going to keep it up there at the top. Void Heart. Here's the thing about this one. It's barely a charm. It doesn't do anything. So I'm going to grade this just off what the charm does. Not what it unlocks or anything. The Void Heart doesn't do anything. It's Primal Aspid bad just because it just stops your shade from attacking you and saves you from the abyss. Like, when are you gonna go back to the abyss after you have Void Heart? You're not gonna. Wandering Compass. Wandering Compass depends on what playthrough you are. Playthrough 1 or 2? Okay. Could be pretty useful. Playthrough anything else? Or if you're on your main save, which you've already beaten and gotten all the maps and gotten everything. Yeah, no, it's horrible. But from like a beginner standpoint, that's pretty good. A tier. And our final charm, other than this other quick slash that was in this template, I guess. Hold on, can we get rid of it? Oh, never mind. So, Weaver Song. Weaver Song is Spider Summoner. So, we're gonna put this one in C tier, just because it's not much. It just spawns these little guys that attack. So, take your screenshots now, send it to your friends, say, oh my god, this guy's opinions are bogus. You know what? I can take that. And that's my charm tier list. But, we had a lot of strong contenders for S tier. Like, Unbreakable Strength. It's good that it's in there. Fragile Strength, however, I feel like should have been up there in S tier too, just because I use it so much. But, like, having an Unbreakable Charm is absolutely broken. Those things were made fragile for a reason. If you agree with any of these, you know what? Like the video. If you like my content and stuff, subscribe to the channel. And with that, I'm off.